Let's make some vintage boys boxer shorts. Hi everyone, my name is Caitlin, and on this channel I teach old-fashioned sewing skills and we copy originals. Although this week I'm finding a really hard time finding boxer shorts to actually copy from. So this is going to be very interesting. I think I found two patterns. One says it's 1930s, I don't know if I believe it. The other one is 1940s. It's not for boxer shorts though, it's for swimwear. What I want is something that has elastic in it. So as a precursor, I probably should mention, if you're new here, hi, welcome, my name is Caitlin. Again, we make reproduction clothing around here, and mostly we try to copy originals the best we can. I do keep a small collection of originals, but underwear is something that's really hard to find because it tends to get worn out entirely and thrown away. We have been working through a series on me getting all baby stuff put together so I don't have to stress about it whenever I do get pregnant, because I have 4 centuries to sew for. That is a lot of baby clothes. So we're just trying to get as much done as we can, as quickly as we can. Again, having a hard time finding originals to date from, but I want an elastic, I want it to be adjustable, but I want an elastic waistband like we did with the girls' underwear. I think it was 2 months ago, and I want it to be similar, so I don't want to have to do an exact waist size and do buttons and buttonholes. So I want something with elastic. I found a couple of examples. I found some men's examples, so I know it's a thing. It's just hard to find patterns and extents for this, so we're going to do the best that we can. I found online a man size boxer short pattern that had the same shapes as the patterns I was seeing from the 1940s. And all I did was cut it to 60% size, and it fits hip-wise for a 3-year-old now. I'm going to cut it slightly smaller for 2-year-old, and we're also going to do 18 months. We're going to make 6 sets, 2 of each size. 18 months, 2T and 3T. And I think we're going to make them all in white, because I made the girls white, and I feel bad doing, colored and pretty stuff for the boys if I didn't do the same thing for the girls. But I think 3T is when we're going to start making colorful underwear, so I can actually keep track of the sizes a little bit better. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I have regular white cotton here, and these really shouldn't take very long to put together. They're very simple underwear. I mean, last month it was very easy to put together the little girl ones, which is another weird thing. I can find vintage girls underwear patterns everywhere. Commercial Pattern Archives has like dozens of them. There's none for little boys, and I don't know why. I don't understand it. So I had a really hard time researching for this one, and so we're using a modern pattern, but I'm looking at the 2 patterns I can't have access to because I don't want to buy them, and the shapes look the same, at least for one of them. The other one has weird shapes to it, but this one does match the other one, so we're going to be okay as far as authenticity wise. Let's go ahead and get cutting. And there's a kitty button frame. And then the patterns show pockets, so although the modern one does have a pocket, we're not going to do those. Let's get this started. I'm going to start with the fly part and getting this facing put on. Yes, we are going to use the 1907 machine. That just makes logical sense. I'm doing them in order of smallest to biggest, that way I don't hopefully get the sizes mixed up. Now, taking the back, and I folded down a mantua maker's hem, because it's quicker than a French seam. I'm just doing the center back. this fly. There's the right and the left. So one side is folded all the way back to that seam. That would be the right side. What you're staring at, it would be the right side. And then the left side is kind of over, so it will create a look like that. Underneath the fly, there's a, I'd sew the crotch. Well, this isn't actually the crotch, this is just this part, but for the front. There's something I didn't mark, but I might as well go ahead and do, is the crotch. It's there. Yeah, it works. Okay. You're so cute. Now this is going to be about, much further, and this is going to be further up. So they are smaller than they actually appear. But yeah, okay. They look like pants. We're good. Alright, last step is putting in the elastic. Okay. I'm going to sew those ends together and then close that gap, and those are done. One more. This is my last one, so this will be the very last step. Alright, there we are. So all 6 of them, all done. So yeah, they look mostly the same size. There is a size difference. I don't know if you can tell, like a little bit of the length, and then the waistline's a little bit smaller. They're pretty close in size though. But again, we're doing 18 months, 2T and 3T, so there really isn't a ton of size difference. A lot of it is just length, not so much in the waist and that sort of thing, just mostly length. Yeah, so this is technically open, so it is a sort of simulated fly, but you can't actually open it all the way. It's just simulated, I suppose. I guess that's what that term means. I really still not entirely sure what exactly that meant. But if I need to close them up, I can easily close them up. I mean, it would be a very simple seam, so that's not that big of a deal. I mean, we're plugging right along with this toddler stuff. We are way ahead in the 20th century than we are in the 19th century. To be fair, 20th century has less layers underneath, and I only do basically 2 decades. I do like late 19 teens and early 1920s, and I do 1930s and 1940s. Whereas in the 19th century, I do at least 1830 to 1880, and we've been delving into other time periods too, and even earlier sometimes. So there's a lot more involved than that. So the fact that we're still working on outerwear from 0 to 6 months, and we haven't even hit once they start crawling clothes in the 19th century, but we're already going up to 3-year-olds in 20th century. That's just part of it, I guess. So I feel like we're way ahead of this. We might go up to 5T and then like stop and do something else, catch up on some things. I don't know, maybe I need to do more outerwear for myself, or put in some more of my clothes, or maybe client projects or something like that. Because I don't want to get too terribly far ahead and just have clothes that we're just storing. So I think, so even the next 2 times we do 20th century, we're not going to make anything. I'm going to go back because I found my original embroidery patterns. I'm going to go embroider all the infant stuff, like for the little tiny babies, just to add some detail. Like that's all we're going to do for like the next 6 months on 20th century baby stuff. This will be our last project for the 20th century child, as far as like actual finished making something project, for a while. And then at the end of the year, we'll probably go to 5T in underpinnings and in clothes. That'll only take us a few months. And then I think we'll just put it on hold maybe next year and just do something else, because I'm sure I can find other projects to fill in gaps. Technically, children will be wearing an undershirt along with this. A lot of those are knitted, and I'm just going to have to buy that because I don't really care to knit undershirts. That will take me years. So I always think that bought undershirts look a whole lot better. I don't know. I don't do really well with the whole undershirt thing. So I said the same thing with the girls. Like, I'm just going to buy those. That's about it for this month. If you've enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe to the channel, click that little bell notification so you're notified anytime I upload a new video. And as always, have a fantastic week, and I'll see you back here in the next video.